Junkies, welcome back to Twin Flicks. We're always here celebrating magic movies and physical media with you. Now, this is a review that I've been anxiously waiting for. I heard that Demolition Man was getting a 4K release about 3 years ago, but I didn't hear who was actually doing it. I assumed it was going to be Warner Brothers. So I was surprised when Arrow Video announced that they are releasing Demolition Man on 4K UHD. And I still do have, actually I've had this for a very long time, the previous Blu-ray release since it was first released. And now we have this 4K UHD. So Arrow Video brings us Demolition Man with a new 4K restoration from the original 35mm negative that has been restored by Arrow Video and supervised and approved by its director Marco Brambello. And it does include both HDR10 and Dolby Vision grading, and also preserves the original theatrical ratio of 2:3:9:1. Also, this comes with a new Dolby Atmos mix. Alright guys, so let's dive in and take a closer look at Demolition Man on 4K UHD from Arrow Video and comparing it to Warner Brothers' previous Blu-ray release and see if this 4K is really worth the upgrade. Arrow Video's Demolition Man's 4K presentation is a very impressive and very welcomed upgrade. The film opens up in a dystopian 1996, and the HDR10 Dolby Vision grading really shows its strength here in handling all the elements by opening up the color gamut much wider that allows the color production to really flourish like I've never seen it before in home media, with the intense deep orange-yellow flames that really pops against the dark night. The Blu-ray, you can easily see how blown out. I mean, look at this here compared to the 4K. The Blu-ray is completely blown out with the fire. The 4K handles this extremely well now throughout the film. That's very pleasing and attractive to look at. The film's color palette, especially the neon lit sequences and futuristic set designs, is much more vibrant now and dynamic, with much more nuances too. The standout here are all the deep crimson and vibrant candy cherry reds and energetic yellows. The colors on the Blu-ray, I honestly have just never really been happy with. It just never really got to where it needed to be, where the colors always looked dim and faded on the Blu-ray. And this was even more noticeable when I compare it to the 4K. Now with this 4K we have more depth and nuances within the colors, along with better stabilization, giving the film its full stylized cinematic appearance, while also maintaining the film's original color design based from the original source material and the filmmaker's original vision of the film. The saturation and contrast also really helps here, giving more life and punch into the image, such as with skin tones looking very healthy and natural, and contrast really helps with daylight scenes looking more naturally lit, while on the Blu-ray, some areas looking overly exposed. The black levels are excellent here, with help from the HDR10 Dolby Vision grading that really shows off its strength with those deep, inky, truer black levels and rich shadows, which also helps with better depth, drawing out more information with no crush to be found. Demolition Man's 4K image quality is spectacular, with razor-sharp clarity, or as sharp as it can be, along with much better image stability where we can clearly see the heavy action fights now. And this makes it a significant visual upgrade over the Blu-ray. A prime example here is when they are driving to the restaurant for dinner. The background with the moon and the building are much better blended in now, and the list just goes on. This is one example out of many throughout the film. In fact, you can pick out any frame, any shot, any sequence from this 4K, and you can tell that this image, 4K image, gives the production design and cinematography its due, its justice. The bitrate, I saw it start out in the high 70s, and I saw it peak out in the high 90s Mbps. The grain structure I noticed is also intact here. I didn't notice any kind of grain management done. We have a fantastic natural 35mm grain field that gives a very filmic appearance. Alright, now let's dive into the audio presentation of Demolition Man. And as I said at the top of this video, Arrow Video does bring us a new Dolby Atmos mix that boosts a really strong, healthy surround activity throughout the film. From the film's score by Elliot Goldenthal to the heavy action set pieces with explosions, car chases, gunfights. are all powerful with a lot of heft and weight to it. Height channels are also on board, from ambient effects down to objects falling from overhead, or the giant arm that's used in the lab at the end swinging back and forth. Dialogue is rendered clean and clear, and music, heavy action sound effects never overpower or drown out any parts of the dialogue or audio. Alright guys, so my score for Arrow Video's 4K UHD presentation of Demolition Man, I'm giving this one an outstanding 5 out of 5. Arrow Video gave a lot of love and attention to this, and is definitely a must upgrade from your previous Blu-ray, or if you don't already own it, it's definitely worth adding to your collection. But guys, head over to the comment section and let me know, when you look at the differences here between the previous release Blu-ray and Arrow Video's 4K UHD presentation, which do you think looks better? Or do you see much difference at all? Head over to the comment section and let me know. Alright, as always guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me for a few minutes here as we talk about Demolition Man on 4K UHD and comparing it to the Blu-ray release. Let's get this out of the way. As always, keep physical media alive and stay tuned for another 4K versus Blu-ray comparison.